Hi, my name is Malcolm. I am the head of recruitment and one of the co-founders at Recruitment International. We are a specialist recruitment agency that places live-in carers with private households in the UK through a partner agency of ours. We were a bit disorganized internally with our marketing strategy, and we didn't have the sort of foundational building block in place, such as defining our target audience, just having the foundations in place to deliver a really good marketing campaign. I'm from a digital marketing background, so I do have experience in SEO, some experience in paid ads mainly through Google, through my previous startups. But I realized that I'm somewhat limited. I needed more professional help to create the digital ads that we needed to grow. So we looked for an expert with great credentials, which is why we approached Sid. We approached Sid during a time when we wanted to grow faster. And we knew about Sid's expertise in digital marketing and digital strategies. So he was the perfect guy to go to. Yeah, we developed a growth strategy in collaboration with him. Sid was incredibly systematic in his approach through the sort of workshop sessions that we had at the start of our partnership. I was really impressed by the deliverables on that. It just felt right knowing that we had a really good foundation in place to build the ads on top of that. That was a really important process early in our collaboration. The deliverables which Sid produced for us were a customer-led strategy, positioning, and then it was sort of standardized messaging that we'd use across our content, our adverts. It was just really important to make sure that everything was consistent, effective, and powerfully worded. First campaign that we launched was a paid Facebook ads campaign. We'd always had this idea that would be the right channel to target our target market, which we identified in the initial workshops with Sid. We weren't sure how this would work. I think there's always going to be an element of experimentation in digital marketing. Me and my co-founder were very happy with how we approached that campaign. Unfortunately, I think because of a quirk with our brand name, we were actually looking for clients rather than job seekers. But because we got recruitment in our brand name, the Facebook algorithm assumed that we were looking for job seekers. So actually that campaign didn't quite turn out as we hoped it would or expected. However, that was a good thing to learn. Nothing's guaranteed in digital marketing, but we were very happy with how Sid approached the campaign, how he set it up, how he reported the results to us. And that was information that we took forward, and we moved on to other marketing channels, which did prove more successful. And we were really happy with the frequency and the nature of Sid's analytics and his reporting on the performance of the campaign. It was detailed. He wasn't just trying to massage results or trying to influence us. He was always very objective, let the data tell the picture. That was very professionally delivered. Always solutions focused. He's always looking for that solution, even if you're facing a difficult challenge. He was always looking for different options on the table, went above and beyond in terms of his scope. So if you need a little bit of advice on something that wasn't necessarily directly related to your project, he'd always help out, because I really believe that we're in a partnership, and he wanted us to succeed, and it didn't feel a transactional relationship. It felt like a true business partnership. Aside from the paid Google and Meta advertising, we knew that there was a massive problem with our website. We asked Sid for his help with this. Incredibly quickly, within a day or two, he built us a prototype using the new platform, which he justified as being much better, and was much better. He got it to the point very quickly where I could take things over, which it was a really transformational moment in our company's history, frankly. Since Sid's input there, our leads have continued to grow. So that was a hugely foundational piece of work that he did for us. And we're still quite a new company, but he just put some really solid digital building blocks in place, particularly with the front end of the website, but also some back end infrastructure, which means our analytics and our conversion tracking and KPIs can be tracked, which is really valuable. He had a huge impact on where we are today, and the company's growing nicely. 3 words I would associate with Sid. First and foremost, dedicated. If we had a query, he'd reply very quickly. It never felt transactional. He was always a real partner. Systematic. in his approach, which you'd expect in the digital marketing specialist like Sid. Just a really analytical approach, good with data. Data tells a picture, but at the same time, he has the human empathy and I'd say empathetic, which I think you need in digital market or any marketing. He understood the human side of what we're doing, not just the technical side. So those are three words that I'd associate with Sid.